My name is Laura, and I have been to New Life for 3 different retreats. So I wanted to do a testimonial video for them. We're probably a little bit overdue on this anyway, but like I said, I've been to New Life 3 times, and I do plan on going back in the future. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience there, what brought me there, and what has happened afterwards. So I heard about ayahuasca probably about 5 years ago and started doing some research into it. I felt called to the medicine to help me with some depression and anxiety issues that I've had pretty much for my whole life. So I started to do some research and look into some places to go to. The idea really freaked me out a lot, so I wanted to make sure that wherever I did go, I ended up being comfortable and most importantly safe. So when I stumbled across New Life, I was drawn to them right away because in their About page, they talk about how Matt and Janae have addiction backgrounds, and that really resonated with me because I have a lot of those same issues, probably related to the anxiety and depression and other things that I have struggled with in the past. So as soon as I found that, I called and talked to Janae, who kind of helped me through the beginning of the process and answered some questions that I had. And after talking to her and reading about their stories, I knew that New Life was the place that I wanted to go to try this medicine. So January 2 years ago, almost now, I went for my first retreat. I did a 7-day retreat, 3 ceremonies, and since then I have been back 2 other times for 5-day retreats, 2 ceremonies. And the property is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's in the jungle and it's also really close to the beach, which is nice. The foliage on the property is absolutely gorgeous. I took so many pictures while I was there, and they have this huge pool. It's got little reading pools that are kind of separate, and I actually spent a good deal of time in those while I was there, just kind of getting some alone time. And that's another thing that I really liked about their retreats, is that there's a good blend of activity and downtime, both of which are kind of helpful during an ayahuasca retreat. There's a lot of new things, you're meeting new people, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So to be able to have, you know, a planned event like we're going to the beach, but then to be able to have a whole day, night, evening of just kind of doing your own thing and talking to the other people at the retreat if you want to, or kind of retreating by yourself. Everyone at the retreats that I've ever been at has been really respectful of people who want to kind of hang out on their own and just be in solitude for a while, either before a ceremony or after, or anything like that. So the place is gorgeous. They have shared room and private room options. I opted for a shared room just because I wanted to save a little bit of money. And I can tell you that I felt like I had my own room basically the whole time. It was kind of separated, and it was just, I felt like I had my own room. So I really appreciated that. And just the whole place is absolutely gorgeous. I really appreciated that there was air conditioning because it's very hot there. But I was just very, very comfortable. The food is unbelievable. Within just a couple of days, I started to feel physically better just because I was eating such healthy, fresh, local food. So I really appreciated that. It's all vegan, and I like that too. I try to eat that way at home, although I do cheat with cheese quite a bit, so it was pretty nice to just kind of get that sort of healthy food for a full week straight and just feel really, really good about it. So the ceremonies were incredible. Matt, as the shaman, is extremely, you can just tell that he's extremely connected with the spirits and that he has a lot of experience with ayahuasca. And even in the 2 years that I have been going to New Life and the 2 years that I've known Matt and Janae, I've seen both of them grow and get even stronger than they were when I first met them, which I didn't even think was possible. So it's awesome to see them both kind of committing to the medicine even more and kind of just continuing their path with ayahuasca. It's very encouraging, and I have a lot of respect for them, and I consider them at this point to be you know, mentors and definitely friends. So ceremonies were awesome. Matt plays a ton of instruments and really kind of moves things along, in a comfortable way, and they have a female helper and a male helper there for if anyone has an issue during the ceremony. And I think that's one of the reasons that after I first went to New Life the first time, I knew that I would never want to go anywhere else after that, because one of my ceremonies was a very difficult experience. I was seeing a lot of things that I don't know if I was ready to see, and that really scared me and gave me a rough time. And during that time though, Janae went out of her way to help me and to make me feel so much better and to actually guide me through the experience, which ended up being the most beautiful ceremony that I've had to date. And I have drank with New Life Ayahuasca 9 times now. So that particular ceremony though was by far the most impactful. It's the one that sticks out the most when I think of my experience with ayahuasca so far. And part of the reason that it was because Janae was there to, I had to leave the ceremony. I was having a rough time, and she helped me out and into kind of a quieter space where I could process things alone for a while. And she was just so kind and compassionate and sweet to me that it totally turned that experience around from horrifying to amazing. And I was so grateful, and I got so much out of just that ceremony alone, but all of the ceremonies together that I've done with New Life Ayahuasca. So the medicine has really changed me. It's definitely helped me with my anxiety and depression. It's helped me in kind of a different way than I thought it would. It's basically helped me by increasing my confidence, which I didn't even know was that low, but ayahuasca showed me that I have really low self-confidence and a lot of fear, and it keeps showing me that and helping me grow in that area, which then alleviates the anxiety and depression. So I will admit that when I first went to New Life Ayahuasca, I thought that I was going to be one of those people who went once, had one ceremony, and had a life-changing experience and good to go, never have to think about doing it again. But I learned very quickly that although that might happen for some people and that would be awesome, for most people ayahuasca is more of a learning experience, a growth thing, not something you can do once or twice and you're cured of whatever ailment that you have. For me, it's just really been a teacher basically, and a guidance counselor in a way to kind of show me the areas of my thinking that have been faulty and that have been made me self-destructive basically. So I've learned so much from ayahuasca, and I have such a respect for the medicine that I definitely plan to continue to use ayahuasca as my medicine, I guess, if you will. And I would never want to drink anywhere other than New Life, just because it's been such an amazing experience, and the compassion and the authenticity and the support and the guidance and the follow-up and everything from Matt and Janae and New Life Ayahuasca is top-notch, and that's why I continue to go back and will again. So thank you, Matt, Janae, New Life Ayahuasca. I appreciate and love you guys very much.